Hello, welcome to this episode of Hypnotist Exposition. Joining us tonight is Melody. How are you doing?
Good. How are you tonight?
Doing well, doing well. Melody, you're from New Hampshire.
Actually, I'm from New York,
Okay,
and I
okay.
lived in
That
New
was my
Jersey
first.
for a little while.
That
But
was my first guess.
I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
live in New Hampshire now.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay.
So good guess.
Good guess. I have no idea, because no, I'm just kidding. So tell us a bit about yourself. What brought you to New Hampshire from New York?
Family, actually.
Okay.
I have some relatives, as I like to call them, my long lost relatives.
Okay.
That I had been searching for since I was a young child, and then thanks to the help of social media back when I was around 21, I want to say, I
Okay.
found them all, and we all kind of reconnected,
Oh,
and
wow.
that was the Puerto Rican side, as I'm
Okay.
Puerto Rican Italian American.
Did you know them when you were younger?
I did,
Okay.
and then we all kind of separated
Okay.
as I got older, so
Okay.
that's what brought me to
That's
New
great.
Hampshire
Yeah, yeah.
and New England.
Well, did you grow up in New England or did you grow up in?
Between New York and New Jersey.
Okay, so
Yes.
do you see like a big difference in culture in
Yeah,
England
actually, when
and
I
the
first moved
tri-state?
out here,
Okay.
I must have been sitting outside for over 2 hours on the front deck,
Oh yeah.
staring up at the sky like a weirdo, looking up at the stars like, oh my gosh, like look at these stars.
Oh
They're
wow.
absolutely amazing because
You
where I'm
really can't
from,
see them.
you really can't see them because I was so close. I was border Manhattan and
Okay.
Brooklyn that, the tall buildings, they really cover them up.
Yeah.
So it was just truly stunning and amazing. And I
Oh
remember
yeah.
posting on Facebook, like, oh wow, I can see the stars. And people are like, seriously? Like, you've never seen stars? I'm like,
Oh
not
wow.
like this.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was pretty amazing. I do enjoy
Do you
both.
miss the big light from New York?
I do, but
Okay.
I enjoy the city, but I also
Okay.
enjoy the country. So,
Okay.
best of both worlds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what line of work do you do?
I used to teach dancing, ballroom
Okay.
dancing in specific,
Okay.
as well as pole dance aerobics.
Okay.
I had a studio space in New Jersey
Okay.
as well as New Hampshire.
Wow.
But I'm currently taking a break from that due to some minor knee issues that I suffer from.
Okay.
I'm doing weekly physical
What got you
therapy
into
for.
ballroom dancing?
Ever since
Were
I
you on
was.
Dancing with the Stars?
I
Is that
wish.
ballroom dancing? Sorry, I don't.
No, I wish. Actually, ever since I was in diapers, as long as I can remember, my
Oh wow.
grandmother had me do tap ballet and jazz
Oh wow.
classes, and then from there I majored in performing arts,
Oh
singing,
wow.
acting, and dancing. However, the one thing I can't do out of those things is sing, because I probably break all the windows in here.
Oh really?
But yeah, and then I did
That's not easy to do.
no, not at all.
It's a special skill. Yeah.
Yeah, and I must say, ballet definitely hurts the toes when you're
Okay. Yeah.
first learning. But my
Did you take a lot
specialty,
of ballet lessons?
I did. But
Okay.
my specialty is ballroom, like
Okay.
salsa, merengue, flamenco, also as well as like pole dance aerobics. That's my specialty teaching. It's what I enjoy to do. It's my passion. Something I love.
Okay.
Takes my stress away.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. That's great. So, do you know what you would like to work on with hypnosis tonight?
Actually, yes. I have been a smoker now for as long as I can remember, and I would really like to quit smoking cigarettes.
Okay.
Because not only are they obviously harmful to your health, but I do suffer from asthma. Sometimes it can be more severe than others,
Okay.
and it does also raise my anxiety. And I noticed when
Okay.
I have quit smoking in the past that not only has it benefited my asthma, but it has also helped my anxiety because cigarettes are
Okay.
known to raise your blood pressure, which obviously raises your anxiety. So I think by quitting smoking, not only would it benefit me because I like to do activities such as hiking and going for runs and going swimming and teaching the dancing, for example, and
Okay.
sometimes I can get winded with the asthma. I think that it would also benefit the anxiety as well.
Okay.
That's something I'd really like to achieve.
I guess we can do both, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
definitely.
how long do you have? How long have you been a smoker? Tell us the story.
I am 29 years old, and believe it or not, I started at the young age of 9. I picked up my first cigarette. Um, from my mom's pack, I know, juvenile behavior.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't smoke for a while after then.
Okay.
And then I probably started up when I was about 12 to be
Okay.
official. Oh, it's been an ongoing
What was
process, and
did you, did you enjoy smoking when you were 12, or was it like a social kind of thing?
it was more of like a I'm cool kind of thing. Like I
Okay.
want to fit in with the crowd at the time. I mean, it was the 90s.
Okay.
So everybody was pretty much smoking. Everyone was smokers. It wasn't like
Okay.
today where they had the quitting smoking commercials and the vaporizers and everything else. It's like everybody was smoking. It was like a popular kid thing. So I guess I
Okay.
did it to fit in. Well, I was one of the popular girls in high school.
Oh
So
wow, wow.
yeah.
Great. Yeah,
Yeah. And a basketball star.
Oh, were you really?
Yes.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah. I really do
What
enjoy
was the
my activities.
position that you played?
It was so long ago, I honestly can't remember. Yeah, but it was fun times.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And did you have tried quitting smoking before?
I have. I've done hypnotherapy once before, and it worked significantly. However, for whatever reason, after 2 weeks, I don't know if it was boredom or whatnot, I just picked up again. I also quit smoking for a period of 8 months.
Okay.
And then again, I just picked up again. I guess it's just something I'm so accustomed and used to doing that for whatever reason, I can't seem to actually quit. I like
Okay.
quit temporarily rather than,
Tell us the
permanently.
story of the last time you tried to quit smoking.
The last time I tried to quit smoking, I went out and actually bought a big bag of Dum Dum lollipops
Okay.
and a bunch of cinnamon gum and winter mint gum, and tried the cold turkey method. It worked significantly and sufficiently for another minimum 2 weeks, and then I went out. I had a drink with some friends to a bar,
Okay.
and they were all smoking, and I picked up again. Unfortunately.
So do you, when you pick up the cigarettes, do you feel what was going through your mind?
Regret.
Okay.
Definitely regret, because it's not something that I enjoy doing. It's not something
Do you
I love
think
to
that
do.
once you pick up that one cigarette again, do you think that all your effort is over?
I do, but I also believe that there's another chance. But the thing is, when I quit smoking and then I pick up again, I don't seem to try to quit again for a while because I feel like I did fail. If
Who says this a failure? I'm not. I'm just trying to open up some
Yeah.
questions for you.
I think I feel like I'm the failure because I picked up the
But who
cigarette
says
again.
so?
Huh?
But like, what was the rule?
Well, there's no official rule. I guess
Yeah.
it's just something in my brain that tells me like, hey, you picked up a cigarette, so I guess you're a smoker again, essentially.
Do you think that is? Do you feel that there's something set in stone, or is it? Do you think that
I
is?
don't. I think I can definitely overcome it. I think I have really strong willpower because.
But just because you smoke one cigarette
Mhm.
doesn't mean that you. Doesn't mean A. First of all, doesn't mean that your effort has failed,
No,
and B doesn't mean that you have to pick up another one. You
of
know?
course not.
You get what I'm saying? There?
Yes, I do.
I
And you're
guess
completely
I'm just
correct.
using you as an example. A lot of the people who come to me for quitting smoking, their benchmark for failure is like 6 months from now. At a party or something, they pick up a cigarette and they say, "Oh yeah, that's failed. My life is over." No, you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Like what? Like, I don't want to put you on the spot, but like, just because you pick one up doesn't mean that you have to keep doing it.
Yes. Well, actually, the last time I did quit smoking.
The thing is about control, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is self-control.
But then the thing is, like, when you set it up, that if you just pick one up and then it's all failure, that's like I can, if I am not a smoker, but I can go and pick, a cigarette and then, drag it. This will be highly unpleasant for me.
Yeah.
But
And
like,
then never do it
next thing I
again.
just put it down and then I walk away, right? Because I can decide.
Yes.
Right. And there was no indication that you have failed anything, and there was no indication that you needed to smoke again, right?
This is correct.
Right.
Yes, I totally agree with you, and this is what I'd like to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, can I ask what happened the last time you tried hypnotherapy?
The last time I tried hypnotherapy, I sat down with a woman. She had played some meditation music in the background, and
Okay.
I had held on to some of my crystals that I carry around for me for luck and health purposes,
Right.
and which is something I believe personally as the Wiccan that I am, as in very religious.
Right. Okay.
And she essentially hypnotized me through a meditation.
Okay.
But I didn't fully grasp it, I
Okay.
guess, because I felt that her voice wasn't powerful enough. Like
Interesting.
she was too soft spoken.
Okay.
So I quit smoking for 2 weeks, and I remember getting into the car and not wanting to smoke, but still like having the craving for the
Okay.
cigarette, but not wanting to. And then I threw the pack of cigarettes that I had out instantly. And then for 2 weeks, I felt great and I felt amazing. And I remember 3 days later texting her and then leaving her this voice message, almost like a review, so to speak,
Okay.
saying like, "Hey, I feel amazing. Like, guess what I'm doing right now?" And like, I sent her this picture via text of me walking 6 miles,
Okay.
and like the health app from the iPhone,
Okay.
and it just felt amazing and it felt great. And that's not something normally I would do with my asthma.
Okay. That's great.
So yeah, it was truly amazing, and I felt like I really had accomplished the non-smoking thing, and it was over and done with for good.
Right.
And then I guess just out of boredom or
Right.
maybe
Okay.
being around other smokers, I had later picked up again.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, with if thing works out perfectly, let's hope. Well, we're working towards not picking up again, but we have talked about that. Just picking it up again is not like the end of the world,
Yes.
and it's not like a hard drug, right? You know, just smoking a cigarette. It's not good, but it's also like not bad.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it's
there
not like
could
you
be
committed
worse
a
things in the
crime or
world.
something.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like crack. You know,
Yeah.
it's not good, but it also doesn't. It's not. Well, I don't want to play doctor here, but it's not going to kill you. Yeah, and there's no, and unless you actually want to do it, you know, there's no reason that you have to identify yourself as a smoker again, you know.
Yes, and this is correct. And I find what you said to me to be very helpful in the sense that if I were to so-called fail, hence my quotes, and pick up a cigarette again, that doesn't mean that I need to do it repetitively
Right.
and do it over and over and over again, and I can continue being
I
a
think like
non-smoker.
hypnosis is so like, I guess it's more like we're using your subconscious mind to give you control of your subconscious mind back, you know.
Yes.
Like, if I want, like I said, you know, I can choose to pick up a cigarette and smoke it up. You know, it's not what I do. And if I smoke a cigarette, I didn't fail at not smoking. You get what I'm saying? It's the
Yes.
expectation of it. Yeah. And so once you smoke again, what was going through your mind?
Like I said, the feeling of regret, definitely. The feeling of failure. The feeling of being, rather than a ex-smoker or a non-smoker, an ex-smoker.
What would be
back
like
to a
a
smoker.
different way of phrasing it
Like,
in your mind without using the word smoker? Like the whole idea is you cannot have like, you cannot hold a negative thoughts as in like negative as in like negate. So when you say I am a non-smoker, that kind of like push you into smoking because your unconscious mind don't really hear the non part. If you keep saying if you keep telling yourself that you're a non-smoker, then you eventually will just gravitate towards smoking. But like it's not just smoking, right? Anything with anything else,
yes.
it's also the same. This is why we teach our clients not to do that, and B, I think in general rule of life is called think positive. It's not just like, new age people, all the glory, but like in like an actionable word, and like a positive, as in something that is
like a positive affirmation.
as in something you can see and touch. I guess like maybe what would be your word to live a smoke-free life without using the word smoke?
I think
What kind of people doesn't smoke?
rather than it being a word, it would be more so an action for me.
Okay.
Like keeping.
How would you like to identify yourself without using the word smoke?
Smoke free. I know that's
There's
still
no,
the word smoke in
I
it.
want to say there's no right or wrong answer
I
to
know, I'm
this, but it's
trying
kind
to
of
think,
like,
yeah. Probably just not want to think about it ever again.
Okay, but that is also, if you try not to think of something, that's kind of like a impossible thing, right? They say try not to think of a pink elephant.
What would you say?
Maybe like I'm not really supposed to give you thoughts, but I would describe myself as, I guess, like healthy person.
Okay.
Like you earlier you mentioned you enjoy hiking, right?
I do.
Like,
Yes.
well, a good hiker will have a lot of healthy habits, right?
Yes.
I guess a mountaineer,
Or hiker works. Yes.
hiker, yeah. What other people?
Basketball player, dancer.
Like an athlete?
Yes,
Like a good athlete?
like an athlete.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good positive affirmation.
Okay. So actually quit smoking. It's actually like a pretty simple thing. Okay, let's talk about anxiety then.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we try not to make I think like anxiety probably have like more to stories about it.
Yeah, it definitely does to get deeper.
Well, the thing is, first of all, we want to set up an expectation that you're giving your choice back to you, and B, in the long term, you like I said, you're not an addict, and nobody have ever told you that you're an addict, right?
No.
You just kind of like convince yourself with the things you think, right?
Yes.
But like there's no actual reason to think that you are.
No, not at all.
But you convince yourself that you are. So, can we kind of like break that bond?
I think we can.
Right.
I am very confident.
Right,
and
like
I'm very
if
positive.
you don't smoke, you're not gonna die.
No.
And addicts, if they don't do something, they could die.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Right. So we're just trying to like melt down some of the very rigid way of thinking.
I think athlete.
So today,
is
when you
definitely a
walk
good
out
word.
of here, you have like a new way of looking at yourself. And I guess that using this line of thoughts, you can also apply to other areas in your life. Maybe well, we have a little time here. I'm from what the way I'm talking to you, and the way you talk to me, is that I feel like there's some aspects in your life where you fail to accomplish something, and then when you do something that is approaching to that area, you find yourself. Do you find yourself
hesitant?
right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I think smoking gets in the way of that a lot because, for example, if I were to go swimming or hiking, I would have to stop and take a lot of breaks because
Right.
of the asthma that I suffer from.
Okay.
Now, rather, if I did not smoke and I was the athletic type or the
Right.
athlete, so to speak, I mean, I could get up.
It feels like you are using smoking. No, you can tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. But do you feel that sometimes you use smoking to express your frustration in other failures?
Yes,
in
definitely.
your life.
I do.
And when you do pick up that cigarette, it's not like you wanted to smoke. It sounded like that you were disappointed in yourself in other things,
Yes.
but you don't really want to confront it. So you smoke, and then you can blame yourself. Oh man, I failed to smoke.
Yes.
Failed to quit smoking.
That is absolutely certain.
Okay. And well, what would you without getting too personal, when you the last time you pick up smoking again and you say you feel that you're a failure, what other kind of events come to your mind?
Um, the last time I quit smoking and picked up again,
And as
I
you smoke,
think,
right? Like what other events in your life flashes through your mind?
um, I think I was going through some worry from my younger brother because he, however, is an addict in recovery.
Okay.
And he's been in and out of recovery now for a very, very long time. And
Did you try to help him?
I have, and he actually, right now, not to get too personal, is currently on the run from the law again.
Okay.
And he has so many charges stacked up against him. It's,
Okay, so this is not about him, but do
yes.
you feel that you could have done more to help him?
Yes. And
And
I
is
think,
that what you were thinking when you? It feels like you're punishing yourself for smoking.
yes.
Do you feel that way?
Yes. And a lot
Like
of
it doesn't sound like you're a smoker at all.
I think a lot of it has to do with other people's actions because I'm also an empath and I
Okay.
feed off other people's energy. And when someone is happy, for example, I get happy. When someone
Right.
is sad, then I get sad. For those who are watching who doesn't know what an empath is. And when my mom calls me, for example, up saying she's upset because she hasn't heard from my younger brother for over a week and she doesn't know if he's alive or dead, that can be very effective on me and make me
Okay.
feel bad and want to pick up the
Okay.
cigarettes. Oh.
Do you and as that happens? So I don't know the story, and I don't think we have time to get too deeply into your. But like that wasn't the point.
Yeah.
The story wasn't the point, right? The point is, do you feel that you failed them in some way, or do you feel that you could have done more but wasn't able to?
I feel like that every day. Because my mom and my brother are in New Jersey right now, and I guess I feel as if I would be in New Jersey that I could do positive things for them.
And also, and you find that hard to express
Yes.
at the same time.
Yes, this is correct.
And do you think that by picking up the cigarette, you are expressing that guilt?
Yes, I am, definitely. And that is the
And
problem.
all the other people that you wish you could have helped, but not able to do so.
Yes.
Do you feel that same emotion when you pick up the cigarette?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Okay.
You nailed it to the T.
Okay. And then, because, well, okay. But so do you see the connection here of why you consciously pick up the cigarette and smoke again?
I do.
Okay.
And actually,
It's because you wanted to feel that guilt, but it's difficult for you to express that.
Yeah.
And also, do you feel that you have tried everything, but also feel that you haven't tried everything to help your friends and family?
I do. I feel like there's a lot more I could have done.
And that was the frustration, right?
Yes, like the woulda, coulda, shoulda. But
And that's nothing that not at that point, at that time, there's probably not a lot more you could have done, right?
that is correct. Yes.
And what was the only thing that you could do?
Yes.
Just pick up the cigarettes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that's kind of I guess that's the good part of the show. But like I wanted to help you more than the show, I won't say a problem. I don't want to criticize how other therapists do things, and so it's been proven that for things like quit smoking, it's better to work on the behavior. But do you feel a sense of relief when you when you make this connection?
I do, definitely. Actually, for the first time in my life, I think you just pinpointed the reason as to why I smoke. And I don't think ever in my life I truly ever thought about that reason as to why I smoke cigarettes and pick up cigarettes every time I do take that first drag or that first few drags, until you had pinpointed that right down to the nail. And I thank you for that.
Okay. And so you see that, do you feel now that, first of all, how do you feel right now compared to when we started?
Fine.
When we come to emotional. Okay.
Yes, I'm fine.
Do you feel that something has been lifted?
I do.
Okay.
I feel like a lot has been, gravitated from my chest.
Maybe you have been approached. Do you feel that you have been approaching the issue of smoking differently? As in, do you feel that you have progressed from approaching smoking from an addiction to a self-punishing behavior?
Definitely, yes. Okay. And this is the first time in my whole life that I've actually come to this conclusion, and again realized this thanks to you.
Okay. So we have about 30 seconds before we go on a break. So yeah, so I guess we can wait for the break to start before we talk more about that. So how do you feel right now?
Relieved. And
do you feel that things in your head has shifted a little bit?
Definitely. I definitely look at this now as a different perspective.
Okay.
And I'm looking at this as a different point of view as to why I smoke and why I started smoking in the first place, other than the popularity thing, and why I continue to smoke. And I'm looking forward to no longer smoking anymore, because now I feel like I can definitely look at this differently.
Okay. Well, we have to take a 3-minute break. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to this episode of Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Still with us tonight is Melody. How are you?
Good, how are you?
So just a few minutes ago, do you feel that your world have changed?
I definitely do. I feel like there has been something lifted from my chest. I feel very relieved. And I think since I picked up that first cigarette when I was 9 years old for popularity purposes,
right.
And then continued to smoke and went down to that path, and I never had put in perspective until meeting you here today and this evening, that the reason why I had continued to smoke. And for that, and coming to that conclusion as to why I smoke, I feel as though I finally can overcome this, and I can accomplish this once and for all, and put my foot down and say no more, and become that athlete I want to be and continue to be.
What? Okay, so how do you see your thoughts different as to just in smoking?
I don't even see smoking being in the picture any longer.
Okay.
I see things such as hiking and teaching dance classes again, such as the salsa and the merengue and the bachata and the pole dance aerobic classes and the hiking and the swimming and doing the basketball and the mini golf. If anything, I see activities. I don't see cigarettes being in the picture.
Okay.
No.
And I know this sounds kind of corny, but like, do you think that you need to love yourself more?
I think
it is kind of like a like we talked about before, you were punishing yourself for smoking, and that has kind of deprived yourself from.
Yes, definitely. I think.
Do you feel you have been shutting out affection?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I also think that although I have been punishing myself, everybody is their own worst enemy, as you've probably heard that saying before, and everybody could use a little more love for themselves, including myself. And
well, I wasn't just like being new agey.
Yeah.
But do you feel that is kind of like the solution?
I do.
to smoking?
I do. Yes.
So rather than, the next, so this is more practical than, and very, very much related to the problem today, rather than just being new agey, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know the word here, but like, okay, so the next time, something like that come along, do you feel that, what kind of things you can do to make yourself feel loved and appreciated?
I think I can do meditation
Okay.
or things such as yoga, for
Okay.
example, or something as simple as blasting music and cleaning the house.
Okay.
And just pretty much keeping busy, and doing positive things and having positive affirmations in life
Right.
to accomplish and continue to accomplish, and just doing the things that I love to do that involve a healthy
That's kind of
lifestyle.
that's kind of, I know there's no like answer to this, like, therapy shouldn't be this clean, but it seems like it's kind of a very clear cut right now that the next time you feel that you want to smoke or do something that hurts yourself, you know it is because you are using that action
Mm-hmm.
as an expression
Yes.
to cover up the other, I guess, like, I don't know you well enough, and it has only been like 30 minutes since we talked, but it sounded like, the whole mechanism here is there are people that you wanted to help, but you can't. You tried everything, but you feel that you could have done more. And this is when you do something to hurt yourself because, they can punish you, but you feel like you need to punish yourself. So, like, I guess, like, the answer here, it shouldn't be this clean cut, but it's kind of is, right? Is to learn to let go, understand that you have done your best, and they have to take
Care
their
of
lessons in
themselves.
life, and B, the action that you can take is to do something that makes you appreciate yourself, right?
Yes.
And what would something that would make you feel good, as in like self-love? So I guess like hiking would
Yes,
be like,
hiking
right,
would be one thing, or like I said, doing the yoga
right,
or the meditation.
right, and that will relieve the need.
Definitely. Even something as simple as, making a good cooked dinner or
Okay,
anything like that is,
okay,
all good and positive things. And I think another thing I've come to a conclusion tonight is I need to learn to let go and realize that you cannot help people who do not want to help themselves. And that's something I need to realize.
right.
And
But it doesn't even have to go that far,
mm-hmm.
You have done what you can do, and that was it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to like add another layer of rational.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, when you say that, you kind of need to maintain that, right?
Yes.
And that kind of use up your mental resources. And as you maintain that, you need to like add more fuel to maintain whatever thoughts that you add to maintain that. For example, now I'm just making this up. I don't know the story behind, like maybe Bob. You can't help Bob because he can't help himself because he has two daughters who also can't help themselves, and you couldn't help them, blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
So you see that train is going to run off the track,
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to rationalize that, and you just have to. Once you let go, right? You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Once you let go, you don't have to.
Just put it.
You don't have to
in the
explain
past,
it. Yeah.
Put it behind.
The more you explain it, it's going to add more to. It's going to like turn into something, a ball of thoughts that goes nowhere, And I guess like the relief for you when that thoughts come into like a ball of mass is you need something to feel differently, and then
Such as a physical activity.
right, yeah. So very quickly, if everything works out perfectly tonight with the hypnosis,
Okay.
how would you see yourself different?
I would see myself achieving a lot more. I think I would be out there hiking up a lot more mountains
Okay.
than I do now. I also think after my knees heal and with the physical therapy that I'm doing weekly, I'd probably open a dance studio and rent a space out and get some mirrors and do a whole setup for that, and teach
Okay.
dancing again like I used to, and also take dance classes and do the yoga more
Okay.
often, and just more positive physical activity.
Okay. So what we're about to do is hypnosis. So first of all, hypnosis is not sleep. At no point you'll be unconscious at all.
Yes.
You have experienced that
Yes,
before.
I do.
And don't try to go into hypnosis.
Okay.
The more it's kind of like falling asleep. The harder
Mhm.
you try to fall asleep, the harder it is
Yes.
to go to sleep, right? And I promise I will do everything I can to help you achieve the results that you're looking for.
Thank you.
And in return, I would like your cooperation 100%. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I just want you to just uncross your legs, please.
Okay.
And put a prop here. Okay, yeah. This is TV, so we're going to use a pocket watch.
Should I face you or?
No, I'll give you instructions. So you can just like look to the front there. And so I just want you to just focus all the attention on the motion of this pocket watch here. Now I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1. When I reach number 1, I would like you to just close your eyes and let yourself go. At some point before I reach number 1, you may find your eyelids become too heavy, too tired. At some point before I reach number 1, you may find that you're unable to keep your eyes open. If that were to happen, you can just allow your eyes to close and keep them closed. As I count backwards from 10 to 1, with each count, you find your eyelids getting heavier and heavier and heavier. 10. That's right. And just imagine yourself on a calm, quiet beach. That's right. Good. 9. That's right. Just let go now. 8. At the back of your eyelids, you can still see the shadow of the pocket watch going back and forth, back and forth. That's right. And if you can use your unconscious mind to follow this watch, that's fine. But you can still feel the motion of this watch taking you deeper and deeper into trance. 7, 6, 5, 4. Rapidly, you're sinking deeper and deeper into trance. 3, 2, 1. Just let yourself go and sleep. That's right. Just let yourself go now. Still imagining yourself on that calm, quiet beach. That's right. Where you can feel the warm ray of the sun on your nose. You can feel the warm ray of the sun on your cheek, on your forehead, and even on your hair. And just feel this warm ray of the sun, soft and warm, not too hot. It is just melting all the stress away. And just feel your entire body bathing in this warm, white sunlight right there. Just feel your entire body melting away. You can even feel the grain of sand on your back and your finger as you just let yourself sinking deeper and deeper in this warm, quiet beach. I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1 again. With each count, you find yourself sinking deeper and deeper into trance, feeling yourself sinking deeper and deeper into hypnosis. 10. That's right. Take a deep breath in. Whenever you're ready, there you go. Okay, there you go. Now just breathe comfortably now. 8, 7, just feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper. And as if you're sinking through the chair. You can just feel your lower back against the chair as you feel yourself sinking further and further down. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax, let go, and sleep. 3, 2, 1, sleep. That's right. That's right. That's right. Good. Just relax now. Just relax. Just let go. Let go. Just let go of all the tension here. That's right. Just let go of all the tension here. Just let go of all the tension that you're holding on. Just allow the gravity to hold, okay? Just relax, 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 relax. Just like a rag doll. A rag doll has no bone. It's just laid there loose, limp and relaxed. That's right. You don't have to hold on to the stress here. It's like a wet kitchen cloth. That's right. Just let go. It's okay. Just let go. Let go. When I let go of your arm right here, just let it drop to your knee, okay? Just let your hand hang heavy here. Heavy, 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 okay? That's right. Good. Doesn't that feel good? Now just let go of all the control of your hand right here. Just let go and let it drop to your knee, okay? Let go, let go, let go. There you go. Let go, let go, let go. There you go. Sleep deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I reach number 3, I want you to open your eyes and feel great. As soon as you hear my voice, and only my voice says sleep now, you'll find your eyes slowly roll to the top of your head. You'll find that your eyelids become extremely heavy. And when I say sleep now, you'll find yourself going back in hypnosis. 10 times as deep, 10 times as relaxed, 10 times as comfortable. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. How are you feeling? Feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, very relaxing.
Doesn't that feel like more relaxed? Here, just let go, okay? You get what I'm saying? Just okay, you hold on to my hand here. Grab my wrist here. Okay, now let it go. See? So that kind of like,
yes.
it's just kind of like, because I wasn't holding on to my weight here, I don't have any active control here. Let's try this, okay? And let go. There you go.
Yes.
That's the feeling of letting go, okay?
Yes.
Now I'm not using touch to make you relax, right?
Yes.
I'm showing you how you can relax by yourself.
Okay.
Okay, there. Don't you feel that you're holding on to your muscle here? Yeah, just let it go. There you go. Just let it hang, okay? And let go. And let go.
Okay.
Look up here. Sleep down. Relax. Let go. Sleep. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. So, you from New Hampshire? Which part?
Currently I live in
Sleep
North.
now. Good. Just let yourself go. And sleep. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. So how hard was it to find parking in Cambridge?
Pretty hard.
Oh yeah, how long did it take?
Almost a half.
Sleep now. Good. Just let go, let go, let go. Let go of all the tension that you've been holding on. That's right. That's right. Good. I want you to feel a ray of warm white light just flowing from the top of your head all the way down to your spine and all the way down through your nerves, all the way down through to all your joints. And everywhere this white light touches, it melts the tension away. And everywhere this white light touches, it dissolves all the negativity that you're holding. That's right. It dissolves all the negative emotions, guilt, shame, or anything that you feel that you have not tried hard enough, or something that you could have done better in the past. Now, you may or may not consciously recognize these thoughts or these emotions, but I want you to use your unconscious mind to find them and just let go now. That's right. Just let go, let go, let go. That's right. Now, I want you to imagine yourself bathing in this warm white light. And just imagine that all the baggage that you've been holding on is a backpack full of rocks. And you have been carrying this backpack full of rocks all your life. Wherever you go, people offer you their rock, and then you put it in your backpack, and then you're carrying further. But when it comes to this point in your life, you no longer need to carry those rocks anymore. At some point, they may serve a purpose, but you no longer need to hold on to them anymore. I want you to just take a moment to just let go of this rock. Finally, just put down this backpack and just feel how relaxed and how light your shoulders feel. Now just feel as if there's a ton of helium balloons just lifting your shoulders, lifting your arm, and lifting your mind. And just feel how light it is to walk without this baggage. Now you don't have to forget your past, you don't have to resent your past, but it's time to give some gratitude because it was a part of you. And it is time to move on and just feel how light it is to keep walking without this baggage. That's right. Good. Now in a moment, I want you to feel, and this is a quit smoking session. And now in a moment, I want you to feel that there's a cigarette in your mouth. And as you take a drag, you just feel this dirty ashes throughout your mouth. And you just feel like your tongue is on fire, just like the stinkiest feeling that you've ever experienced. And every time that you take a drag on the cigarette, you just feel your whole tongue is on fire. You just feel like this ashes is coming out of your nose and your ears and your teeth. And you can just feel really, really bad in your mouth right now. Did you feel that? That's right. And what would you like? You just want to spit out the cigarette, right? Good. And you just spit it out, and you just want the cigarette out of your mouth right away. And the next time somebody offers you a cigarette, I want you to just say very simple to three simple words. Not for me. Could you repeat that for me? We say it out loud. Not for me.
No. No. No.
Perfect. So the next time somebody offers you a cigarette, oh, you have to say, what would you say to that person?
No.
Good. And that's all you have to do. And that feels perfectly fine, doesn't it?
Yes.
Perfect. Good. Now I want you to imagine this new you in front of you. I want you to imagine this new you that is an athlete. This new you may walk around differently. This new you may wear her makeup differently. This new you may even dress differently, talk differently, and have a new perspective in life. I want you to just use your unconscious mind and imagine this person in front of you. This is still you, but with a new perspective in life. Everything that she does is success. Nothing ever bothers her. Nothing ever worries her. And she just is this person that you always wanted to be. And it could be an element of other people that you have admired from before. It could be a man or woman, old or young. You can incorporate all those elements into this new person in front of you. And if you don't have all the elements ready today, that's fine. As this new person will continue to grow and mature and become better and better. Now, when you see this new you in front of you in its full entity, fully dressed, smiling back at you, I just want you to nod your head and let me know, okay? Good. Now I want you to merge yourself with this new you right now. Just merge your energy with her energy right here. You can just feel your nose inside her nose, and you can feel your fingers in her fingers, and you can feel your brain and your mind and even your hair moving into this new person with all its energy and all her new perspective and all her athletic ability and all her positive outlook in life. Nod your head and let me know when you and her energy are fully merged together. Good, good. And as you move toward this new you, I want you to find yourself more and more confident, having more and more self-esteem. Every fiber of your nerves becomes stronger. You find yourself more energetic, more optimistic, and smiling a lot more. You'll be smiling at animals, smiling at people, and even for no reason you find yourself smiling because you just feel so good, so good, so good. Now I'm going to count slowly from 1 to 10. When I reach number 10, I want you to come back to this room feeling great, fully energized, as if you have just left for the last 12 hours with all your baggage gone, all your mind is cleared, fully able to focus as it counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a deep breath in. 6, 7, 8, 9. Whenever you're ready. 10. Feels good, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's great.
Feels amazing. It's almost like I can just taste the cigarettes in my tongue and my throat, and I almost want to like brush my teeth right now.
Okay.
Because it just tastes disgusting to me.
Okay.
Like I don't want it
and
anymore.
this is the behavioral part that we do, and the other earlier part is more like emotional part, and
Yes.
psychodynamic part. And just very quickly, is this what you expect hypnosis to be?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Would you recommend this to your friend?
Of course I would.
Okay, great,
You know it.
great. And this is all the time we have. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so
This
much
is
for having
Hypnotist
me.
Bernie, and join us next week on CCTV Channel 9, Cambridge. Have a good night.